everybody, welcome back to Dead Car Rescue. I got my 64 Fairlane 2-door post back in the shop. It's been about 6 months since we worked on it. Parked it out back with the other cars and forgot about it for a while, but it's time we get it back in, get it going again. I did have to borrow the carburetor off of it. So I'm going to put a carburetor on it, a cheap Chinese carburetor. And I'm also gonna try to hook a fuel pump up to it. It does not have a gas tank, but maybe we can run it off a gas jug like we do the other cars. The rear end is in it, but the left rear spring is broke. It's gonna have to be replaced, and we do have a used one to put in it. It was in the trunk when I bought the car. The car's got a 302, and I think it's got a C4. I'm not positive. It's a 2-barrel. It's got dual exhaust, sounds real good. It was really a surprise when I fired this thing up. If you watch my other video, our previous video on this car, you'll see what we did to it. But we're gonna start over from the beginning, and I forgot a lot of stuff about what I've done to it and what it will do. But we're gonna find out. So let's get to work on it. We ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, there she is. A little bitty 302 engine. Looks awful small in there, don't it? But the carburetor is actually just sitting down on there. That is the carburetor off of that maroon Fairlane that I had and sold. But, ooh, rabbits have been chewing on the wires. Look at there. That coil wire. Those doggone wabbits. They've even got on the $800 race truck out there and chewed the wires up on it. And it's not been parked that long. I do have a new radiator. Don't know if it's going to work, but this radiator here was leaking the last time we had it running. So let's get this thing with a new carburetor on it, get the gas line hooked up to a gravity flow, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're gonna get that new radiator out, kind of see how it measures up to this one. I ordered this off of Amazon, and it's got the radiator hose on the bottom on the wrong side. Why does things always happen to me? Well, you know what? We can still go ahead and get it running. We'll just do that. We'll go ahead and put the carburetor on it and get it running, and we'll go from there. Now this wasn't but about $119, I think. I think that's what this radiator was. Plenty of bolt holes. Yeah. I can raise it up or let it down. That ought to work. Not a bad looking cheap Chinese radiator, is it? Okay, carburetor's off. That carburetor worked, but it wasn't much good. Okay, let's see what we're gonna get from China. I figured I'd get new gaskets with it. Now this was cheap also. Looks pretty good. Well, this is some quality made gasket. I'm guaranteeing you that. Not. But that's what come with it, so that's what we're going to use. Looks good, doesn't it? That's such a little line. It's not a 3/8, it's smaller. Okay, we got fire, we got gas. Let's see if it starts. Doggone it, this thing's starting to pull. Making me wonder. I've got it in gear. It would not pull at all before. It's making me wonder. It's putting out a little bit of transmission fluid out those lines I unhooked from the radiator, but not much. Makes me wonder if that dipstick is right as far as the reading. Maybe it could just need some more transmission fluid. We're going to try it. Oh, what have we got to lose? Transmission fluid is not that expensive, but save me pulling the transmission out. That's what I want. We'll put that radiator back on there long enough to tighten the lines up to it. That way I won't lose any fluid. There. All right. Jack the back end of it up now. We're gonna check the transmission fluid and make sure it's full. It was starting to pull a while ago because it was in gear. And I started it up, no longer it was running, it was starting to move forward. Don't know, we'll find out. Just a little bit. Back wheels turning. Things sound good, don't they? Bump when I put that fluid in there. I felt that rear end bump. You know, maybe this transmission's good. We might just get lucky. It's going backwards. Try driving it. And hit. All right. Maybe we won't have to put a transmission in this thing now. That's a good thing. I was dreading that. I mean, I wanted a automatic transmission anyway. I know we don't have no water in it. It's fine right now. Okay, I do need to remove the fuel pump, get it out of the way, and get a new one on it because this one's leaking. So we'll get that off and get a new one on it. tight enough. All right, everybody, I got the carburetor line hooked up to the fuel pump, the new fuel pump. And I got the line that goes to the gas tank hooked up to this jug here. So we're gonna fire it up. Still ain't got no water in it yet, but we'll have to figure out that bottom hose later. But we're gonna go ahead and start it up and make sure that transmission is kind of working. We'll find out. Okay, everything should be ready. Clear, prop. Idle it just a tad. That motor sounds sweet. I don't know how it sounds on this video, other than a little lifter noise, because it's not been run. It probably needs an oil change and all that. But it sounds like a good motor. Transmission fluid. It's still low. It's not even touching on the stick. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. It's got to be getting a little warm now without any water. The only water that's in it's was in the block, and it pretty much quit coming out now. Okay, what I had to do, my accelerator pedal was not fitting this linkage on this carburetor. I'm gonna have to make linkage from here to the carburetor. But I bent this rod right here. Instead of being straight out like this, I bent it up so I could have more linkage, if that makes any sense. And we're gonna stick this back on. And that is what we're going to do now. There. Tight and secure, drill sergeant. Now, I've got a little bit more room. I'll have to take my rod, make a rod, and bring it out, bend it, and then come up to this carburetor. Okay, this is going to be my throttle linkage. The part that goes to the carburetor, I'm going to take this and weld this to this rod. And that way, this will go in the hole I just drilled. Put a couple of nuts on it, make sure they're jammed, and leave it just a little bit loose wherever it has to be. And then I'll bend this rod and make it fit. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out from scratch, building carburetor linkage. There it is. That looks a little better. Now I'll have to make a bend. I don't know how much we're going to bend it. We need to take it off and go look and see exactly where to bend it, because I'm going to have to bend it again. Whoa, don't touch that with your fingers. That's hot. Duh, Steve. Whoa, that's hot too. Dang it. I'm gonna have to get me some different gloves if I'm gonna start playing with fire like that. Wow. Okay, everyone, there you go. I've got the linkage built. I've got a jam nut holding this on, and back here I got a double nut on that. It's not going to focus right, but bent my rod, got my return spring. I made a little bracket. If you can see it there, I made that out of a piece of scrap metal I had. Got my spring, and I got gas pedal. That's all I need for that. I've got my fan blade all painted up, except for the back side. I just saw that, but oh well. I painted the front side, painted this pulley, cleaned this up, cleaned the bolt heads up and the threads and everything. And I'm going to put it back on there and probably not take it back off. I hope. But found this breather. This little line right here went to something. I don't know what. But what I did is I just collapsed it together and brazed it shut so it won't get any air. And I do have a gasket on it. Filter's not bad, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's just one of my stash, and this right here, it looks rough, but that's the way I want it. I don't want it to look shiny. Perfect. Okay, got the coil wire changed. I'm just gonna throw that one away so I won't ever use it again. Rabbits pretty much did a job on that. Look at there. I got the wheels off of it. Got it jacked up in the air where I can work under it and maybe work on this radiator hose a little bit. Try to get that radiator hose down there to make it to here. We'll see. There's a spring I got with it. Don't know if that fits it or not. Don't know anything about it. But this is the spring it's broke. As you can see right there. I got new brake drums, new brake shoes for the back. I bought them for another car, and I have never pulled them out of the box. So I know it's brake drums and brake shoes. Hopefully they'll fit this. I think I bought it for a 8-inch rear end. I think that's what that is. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna clean this thing out on the inside. As you can see, this seat does not go to it. I have a pair of black bucket seats that I got from a friend of mine, Sam. I traded them to him and then traded him back out of them. But they're black bucket seats out of a Mercedes, I think. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz, a littler car. And the seats are really bigger than a Falcon seat, so they ought to go good in this Fairlane. And I don't know what we'll do about the back seat. We might have to take that out, go get it covered in black so it'll match the front seats. But this has got to go. We got to haul this thing out of here and get it out of our way, get the back seat out so we can clean it up a little bit and see what we got as far as floor. If you remember, this floor panel, whole thing, you can see it where it's been cut out of another car and just laid in here. It's not a bad job, but you know, we'll see once we get it cleaned out so we can get to it. And we'll go from there. So let's do it to it. This gas tank came with the car. I do not know if it'll fit. I don't know if it's the kind of gas tank that's supposed to go on it. But it does come out the back, as you can see. It's got the, it's a brand new tank. It doesn't have a sending unit, so we're gonna have to order one. But we're gonna put this kind of in the trunk out of the way for now. Hopefully, when we cut these out, we won't get that seat on fire, because I don't have a fire extinguisher. That's something I need to buy. You guys know I need to buy one. As many fires as I almost start. There. Broke. Okay, now I'm coming over to your side. Oh, get on here. And you know, when your elbow makes a hole in the seat, that's crunchy. I don't know what that come out of, but whatever it was fancy little feller. I think that's pure plastic. This just isn't fitting because this is hitting the bottom of the seat. Can't get it. Can't get it in there. So what are we gonna do? Torch. Yeah, I got a torch. I'm just gonna have to be gentle with my fire. Why does it always happen to me? Why didn't I bring this with me when I sat down? Thinking I could do it without making it go out. Yeah, right. Nice. I'm about out of oxygen. Tell you this right now. That seat will not be going back in this car. Look at that mess. Ew. Yeah, I don't think I'll be keeping these gloves after this little job's done. I don't even think I'll wash them. I couldn't wash them, make them clean. I gotta wash my hands to get the rat poop off. White wall cleaner. half and half. Might make my shop smell worse because it's draining out on the floor. Yeah, I guess that was a bad idea. Shoo-wee. Shoo-wee. Shoo-wee mama. All right. Let's call it a day. See you tomorrow. Okay, everyone. We got some bad news. The little Fairlane I've been working on, I'm not going to be able to fix it. The frame is rusted. I just found it. And I think that's why I bought the car for what I did. And the guy knew it, and I have just overlooked it all this time. I even was working on the spring when I found it. That's what happened. I was trying to get the spring out, and I looked above the rear end, and I'll show you. Okay, there she is. You can see that. I'm sure you can. Now, it looks pretty good, like right in there and back there, but right here, it's just bad. Over there, somebody has patched it. You can see right above the bow in that exhaust pipe, you can see a plate over there, right along in there. That's where this thing has been patched before. And of course, the floor pans. Now look, they just laid the floor pan, the new floor pan, over the old ones. So that is in pretty bad shape on both sides. The car is good, all this stuff, and the back quarters and everything, but there's the spring that's broke. Of course, you can see that when it rusts that bad. I don't know where this thing come from or nothing like that, but here's what we're gonna do. Let me get up here. Okay. All the work I've done to it is for naught. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the engine and the transmission, and I'm gonna put it in the little red Mustang out there. I was gonna put a 6-cylinder in it, but I've got a 6-cylinder to put in it, and it came out with a 6-cylinder. But this car right here is done for, unless you're a racer. Now, I just put it on Marketplace for sale. And what I did is I put it on Marketplace for $1,200 for the body only. And it's got a clear title. It's got the only rust spot I see on the body part on the outside is right there. That little hole in the fender, and that's not bad. All that up in front of that little rust spot is good, all that. Rockers are good. The quarter fenders are good. Quarter panels. The top's good. All the glass is good. The hood's pretty much perfect. But that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to just admit that we can't fix it. This would be a good race car. Now, my friend Mark Weathers is a racer, and he bought a Falcon, a 1960 Falcon. They cut all this out of here, everything. They tugged it. They put aluminum floor in it, roll bars, a complete roll bar system, a complete frame. This could be a Thunderbolt clone. That's what I'm thinking. If somebody wanted to do that, or if they wanted to replace everything like a race car and make it a street car, like a pro mod, not a pro mod, a pro street. That's something this could be turned into. But if nobody buys it, I'll set it out there. I'll find another one similar to it. I'll use the body parts or whatever. And I don't know. I'm just going to put the motor down in the Mustang. So that might be the next project you see, is me putting this 302 down in that little 66 Mustang we've got out there, the red one. Now, it does have some rust on it too. But I don't know what else to do. I don't need another 302 for anything I know of. So, I'm so depressed and so disappointed. I had such plans for this car. Okay, guys, I hate to end this video here, but there's nothing else we can do to the Ford but pull the motor out of it. So that's what we're going to do. But thank you to my subscribers. Guys, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here where I'm at now doing what I love. I love doing this stuff. It gets me out of bed, gives me something to look forward to. When I post a video, I'm constantly watching it to see how it does. That really makes my day when a video kind of takes off. And the last video I did with the 68 Malibu and the Pontiac did exceptionally well for me. I don't know how the Fairlane's going to do, but keep watching. Keep subscribing. You guys that aren't subscribers, please subscribe to my channel. And please like every video. Just click that like button, and that makes the analytics better for me, so it'll get me out there to more people, and more people can watch what I do. So until next time, this is Steve with Dead Car Rescue. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.
Hey guys, I'm not a face you're normally used to seeing here on Dead Car Rescue, but I'm Sonia, I'm Steve's wife. And today I want to bring to you a product that we were sent to review honestly. Have you ever been at the campground and you're scrolling on your cell phone and you're looking at it and you notice your battery's almost dead? And you're like, where am I going to charge my phone? I don't really have a way to charge it because my car is way back at the top of the hill or whatever. Well, I have the perfect solution. It is the AvaPow battery jump starter. Yes, it's a car jump starter, but it is also an auxiliary power source. Perfect to take camping with you, on your boat, on your motorcycle, wherever, and it's compact. But it's not only an auxiliary power source, it's like I said, a car jump starter. It comes with everything that you need to jump start a dead battery. Have you ever come out of the shopping center when you're driving an older model car? Because as we know, all the newer cars have the thing that automatically turns your headlights off. But Steve and I are always driving the classic cars, and sometimes we forget to turn the headlights off. Well, this can be a game changer. No more dragging around those long jumper cables and waiting for someone to come by to give you a jump start. This does it for you. This will jump start a 12-volt battery just from this little case right here. It comes with everything that you need to hook it to your battery and jump start your battery. No need to wait for somebody to come along. No need to wait for them to get in to an awkward position where they can't get in because you've got cars parked all around you. This is your little lifesaver right here. Also has a flashlight, has an SOS pattern on it. You just charge this at your home before you leave, store it in your trunk, and it's easy to take wherever you go. Right there, perfect for beginning drivers. You know, you gotta have a survival kit for your kids. You gotta have that can of Fix-A-Flat. You gotta have that emergency air compressor if their tire's low. Well, this right here is the perfect addition to that. Buy them one, put it in their car, and if they ever get out and their battery is dead, all they've got that they need is right here. Not only is it a car jump starter, as I said earlier, it's an auxiliary power source. You have 2 USB ports right here that you can plug in your phone cord and charge your phone, your camera, whatever you might need to charge. Or if you wanted to, you were watching movies on an iPad and your kids needed to charge their iPad, just plug it in and it's an auxiliary power. Also, it has, I'm gonna turn the power on. It has a flashlight on it. You hit the button again, it's the SOS emergency Morse code. You could put this on top of your car if you need help. But then say you had a flat tire and you're out on a dark road and you want to change the tire, but you want to do it safely. Hit the button again, a flashing light to let them know, hey, something's going on. I might need to slow down. Safety in a box. Safety in a box. The Ava Powell emergency car jump start and auxiliary power source. Just charge it up, throw it in your car. Get one for every member of your family, your wife, your daughter, your son, your grandson. Put it in their car and they're safe to go. So now let's head out to where Steve is and watch him show you how to use this to jump start a dead battery.
Okay, everybody, we got this thing in the shop. This is an Ava Powell portable jump starter. Sonia's already told you everything she knows about it, but we're gonna find out if it works, okay? So what we got here is we got this 64 Ford car with a dead battery. It's showing fire, but it will not start. I left the key on all night, and that's what power we got left. So we're gonna hook the battery booster jump starter up to it, and we are going to try to start it. Let's see how this works. Okay, everybody, we're gonna try out this Ava Powell portable jump start system. Now, this is not made for shop use. I'm talking about on big trucks and stuff like that. It's for 12-volt batteries only. Start. Okay, battery's dead. So what we're gonna do is turn this thing on. We power it up. Got this little booster cable thing here that plugs in. Okay, the little light on the side says it's ready to go. So hook up the positive, hook up the negative, flash, see what it'll do. Hey, turn her off, flash. Now try it again, see if it's got any more juice. That's That's not bad. That is good. Thing whirls that starter over better than this battery that's on. One more time, Flash. Alright, that'll do it. There you go, folks. This thing works. I mean, this is an old car. A new car is easy to start. This old car right here, I just put a carburetor on it yesterday. Hadn't run it very much at all. It's been sitting for like 8 months. Here we go. This little thing right here started this car. Get one for your kids, your grandkids, your wife. Get one for whoever you want to get it for, but I recommend it. Dead Car Rescue approved.